Hello. I have a couple extra minutes before I'm heading out, and my kids are quiet, and so I have a little bit of time to kind of make this video. This is the purpose of this video is just kind of like a update on how everything went after my surgeries this year. And so it is the beginning of August. It's August 2nd, so it's been 6 months since my DIEP flap surgery, which I had at the end of January, just past the 6 mark date. And then my phase 2 for some revisions, I had that in May, beginning of May. So we're at almost 3 months post that surgery. And so I am like completely healed up. I really overall didn't have any sorry, words don't come fast to me sometimes, complications with my surgeries. And I'm so thankful and so grateful and feel so blessed to have that. So I feel pretty healed up for like my incision on my abdomen. I wear like a scar tape, like a silicone scar tape on it, and I'm like cut hip to hip, so it's big, but that just kind of helps the scar heal right. But I really don't have much problems with that. I do have just a tiny bit of tightness in my abs, and I think that is because they fixed the ab separation during the surgery, and so it doesn't cause any problems. Like I'm still able to do everything I can. I notice it when I stretch, and so I think it's good when I stretch. Like if I do like some yoga stretches, and go into like upward dog, I can really like feel like the stretch, and it's like a good stretch. It's like something that's definitely needed. But it doesn't affect me on a day-to-day basis. I don't like think about it very often. I'm able to do everything. And for my breasts, I'm super happy after the second revision how everything's looking. I'm still not completely even, and so I'm going back and forth on whether I want a third revision. So if I did go for a third revision, it would be very minor. The thing is, I would have to travel to Texas, and so that's why I'm like kind of dragging my feet about it. If I did it, I'd kind of want to do it this year because of my deductible, because then I would just be done. But at the same time, like, I don't want to go. And if we did go back to Texas, we would bring the girls with us, and so that just like kind of complicates things and makes things a little more expensive for traveling. And so I'm trying to figure that out. But for my right natural, well, not natural anymore, but my right breast, which I didn't have cancer on, super happy with in that second surgery he like buried the flap, so I just have one scar at like 6 o'clock. And then my left breast, which has just gone through so much, it looks great. It's just that it's not very even kind of on the outside, and so it's like the cleavage area. And so I generally am more conservative in my clothing, and so it's not that big of a deal, but it is just something. If I bend over, like if I see, it bugs me a little bit, and there's like some dimpling there because it's just not enough tissue. And so that's the only thing. So the way to fix that would be to do some more fat grafting, which would be liposuction from my legs and then injecting it in the breast. And so there wouldn't even be really any incisions. There's like a tiny incision for the liposuction needle, but it is very mild. There'd just be some bruising and probably some lifting restrictions. And so my doctor's super happy to do that if I want to come back, but he's also like, it's up to you. You can wait years from now if you want. And so I'm just kind of like, I don't really know what I want to do. For my, I am happy with like the nipple reconstruction, and happy with how that went and how that looks. I mean, I wouldn't say they're like even or anything, but like it's fine. But in general, it just does feel good to have two breasts and not have to worry about prosthetics. And like I went swimming this year, and it was just nice not to have, because like swimming was like a really hard thing for me because I would have to wear like this heavy prosthetic that like didn't match, and it was just like I just didn't like it. And so now it's just nice not to have to worry about that, and just to have like everything natural, and also just to think about the future, how I don't have to have like a implant replacement or anything like that. And so overall, I'm super happy that I did have the surgery. You know, it was a hard decision to make going into it. And I just was, if you watch my other videos, I just like went back and forth 3 or 4 times about what I was gonna do. But in the back of my head, I knew that if I didn't have this surgery, I would always wonder, should I have this surgery? And then I would probably end up doing it years from now. So it was like a timing issue. So I decided just to bite the bullet and do it, and I'm happy. Was it difficult recovery? Oh yes. Was it hard? I'd like to add extra stressor on like my family for a big part of the year. Yes, but we got through it, and I'm just like happy that's over. So that's update on me. Again, feeling great. I'm back at running. That was one thing I was concerned with, was like, is this surgery going to at all affect my ability to like do things I love, like run? I am back to running just like I was last year. I'm training for another half marathon, and it hasn't affected me negatively at all. I am being like patient with my body and like not expecting to be just as fast as I was last year, because my body has been through a lot. But I'm not worried about time. I'm still like, I'm not worried about my like timing on my pace. I'm just like completing what I want to complete. So like Saturday was my birthday. I turned 35, and before the sun was up, I was out and I ran 7 miles, and it just feels really good to be able to do that. And I'm so thankful that God has given me like a strong body that, and like being able to heal well so I could do that. Yes. Anything else? Oh yeah, my mom. Thank you all for your prayers for my mom. She did end up having more complications and she ended up having both flaps removed and is flat, and then one that she had another problem with like a wound opening up, and so she had to get another drain. And so she really did have a lot of complications with that procedure. And if you could watch the last couple of videos to get more details on that. But thank you for praying for her, and she's doing okay now. It's just, it's like really wearing on you to continue to go through. Like, healing's hard and it takes time, and it's already without complications, it's gonna take time. But then when it takes more time than you expect and you can't do the things you want to do, it's just really hard, and it's hard, a trial to go through. So continue to pray for her. And again, thank you all for your encouragement. I really do like reading the comments on like some of my older videos that some of you ladies have posted, and I try to reply to them. But it really does mean a lot, and I'm grateful that I've had this opportunity again to like share my journey of this cancer treatment and be able to reflect on it over the last couple years. So